But now that I've given my reactions, we're going to dive right into this. We're not going to waste any time. Record prediction time, baby. Let's dive right into it. Week number 1. This is off the cuff, by the way, so I could be completely wrong or completely not wrong, but let's dive into it. Week 1 against the Washington Commanders. It's home for the Bucs. 425 game. I give them the win. I like that, the Bucs open up at home. I think that Jaden Daniels and the Commanders are an interesting team. They've lost some talent there in regards to their overall pass rush, right? You lost Montez Sweat. You lost Chase Young. I guess you gave them away, essentially. This does feel like a Washington team that is a bit on the smidge on the rebuilding side. I think the Bucs are just the better built team right now, and I give them the win. Week 2 against the Detroit Lions, I'm going to give the Bucs a loss here. And I know people may say, whoa, what are you talking about? Get the revenge. I think the Lions are still an incredibly built team. If they would have lost Ben Johnson, their offensive coordinator, I think you could have seen the Bucs getting a win here. But as it stands right now, I think the Lions will prevail. I give the Bucs the loss here. They're 1-1. Going into week number 3 against the Denver Broncos, I'm going to give them a win. Moving them to 2-1 on the year. I really like that this is a home game. And yes, Sean Payton has been known to give the Bucs fits in the past, like absolute fits. But I think that this is a way different team than what the New Orleans Saints teams were that were destroying the Bucs in the past. It's a new offensive coordinator in Liam Cohen. How's that going to affect what Sean Payton does? Because really the main thing that was destroying the Bucs was Dennis Allen's defenses just completely stonewalling the Bucs offenses. Dennis Allen's not with the Denver Broncos. So I think that this is an opportunity for the Bucs. Denver's definitely in a rebuilding type of situation as well, especially after you released Russell Wilson. I give the Bucs the win here, having them move on to 2-1. You then take a look at the game against the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm going to give them, this is a tough one. I'm going to say that they win. I will give them the win against the Eagles. 3-1 going into week 4, very similar to what they were last year. The Eagles just feel like a team that are a little bit in free fall right now. I do like that they added Saquon Barkley. I think that is fantastic, but how's this offense going to look going forward? How's this defense going to look going forward for the Eagles? I don't know. So I give the Bucs a scrappy win here. Am I saying it's going to be a close game? Yeah, absolutely. But 3 home games, in their first 4 weeks, I'll let them go 3-1. Why not? You then got 2 tough games here against the Falcons and Saints. I'm going to give them a loss against I'm going to give them a win against the Falcons and a loss against the... No, sorry. People might hate me for this. I'm going to give them back-to-back losses. I will. They're going to be 3-3 after 6 weeks. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. That is what I'm going to say. People might disagree with that, but as I said, these are the 2 toughest divisional games that the Bucs have this year. I think they're going to split both series with the Falcons and the Saints, and this is where that kind of comes into play. So right now, you have them winning against the Commanders, losing against the Lions, 1-1. I have them winning against the Broncos and Eagles, so 3-1, dropping 2 away against the Falcons on Thursday Night Football, away against the Saints on an away game as well on Sunday, making them 3-3 so far up to this point. You then have a Monday Night Football game against the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to give them the loss, against the Baltimore Ravens, I'm going to give them the loss on this one too. 3-4, but then they rebound and win against the Falcons the following week, putting them up to 4-4. I think that this is reasonable. You take a look at that Ravens team. They're insane. Lamar was the MVP last year. They just continue to churn out really, really good teams. And the Bucs have struggled with the Ravens in the past as well. I feel like it's going to continue this year. This is where my splitting with the Falcons comes into play. I feel like they will get the win here against that Falcons team. You then have 2 very tough games against the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Let me think real quick. So before the bye week, I have 2 weeks before the bye week. Sorry, I have the Bucs at 4-4. I am going to say that they. Ooh, I could be really spicy. I'm going to say that they beat the Chiefs because why not, baby? And I'm going to say they lose to the 49ers, making them 5-5 going into the bye week because that's fun. And I like that. Upset of the season for the Bucs is that they beat the Chiefs away on November 4th. Why not? Why not? We like to have fun here. I'll go ahead and say that they beat the Chiefs and lose to the 49ers at home, going 5-5 into the bye week. Now, after the bye week is where things get a lot of fun. You take a look at that Giants game, I give them the win. The Giants just feel like they're a team in free fall right now, and it is what it is. You then have a game, the first game against the Carolina Panthers this year, and it is Dave Canales' I don't even want to say revenge game, but it is, Dave Canales coming back to his former team against the Bucs. I give the Bucs the win. I think I like what they have going on here. Carolina, is Bryce Young really the guy? I really don't think so at this point, and I don't know if Dave Canales can save him, to be honest. So I'm going to give the Bucs the win here in this scenario as well, making them 7-5 with 5 weeks left in the year. You then have the Las Vegas Raiders at home. I give them the win. I think that it will be a good win for them. They'll be able to move on and go to 8-5 on the year. You then have 2 more games, one against the Los Angeles Chargers, one against the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to give them back-to-back losses. The Chargers do seem like a team that the Bucs could sneakily win against, but Jim Harbaugh is Jim Harbaugh, and that dude, I could see him really making some noise here in his first season with the Chargers. And the Cowboys, they always play the Bucs tough, so I'll give them the loss there as well. So, final 2 games of the year. The Bucs are 8-7 at this point. I have them winning out against the Panthers and against the Saints for a 10-7 record. Again, to recap. Winning against the Washington Commanders, that's 1-0. Losing against the Detroit Lions, that's 1-1. Winning against the Broncos and the Eagles, that's 3-1. Losing to the Falcons and Saints, that's 3-3. Losing to the Ravens, that's 3-4. Winning against the Falcons, that's 4-4. Winning against the Chiefs, that's 5-4. Losing against the 49ers, that's 5-5. You then have the bye week after that, okay? You win against the Giants to move on to 6-5, win against the Panthers to move on to 7-5, win against the Raiders to move on to 8-5, lose to the Chargers to fall to 8-6, lose to the Cowboys to fall to 8-7, win against the Panthers to go to 9-7, win against the Saints at home to go to 10-7. I feel like this is a fair record given the improvements the Bucs have made between last year and this year. The strength of their schedule, I feel like, is very nice as well. I even threw a cheeky little upset in there, Chiefs at home. And this is an improvement on what they did last year. I think 10-7 is enough for them to win the division. Will the Falcons and Saints be in the mix at that point? We'll have to wait and see. But I have the Bucs going 10-7 this year. I feel very confident, I feel good. That feels like a good record. Whenever you look at the schedule, whenever you look at their opponents, whenever you look at the entire makeup of what their schedule is, 10-7 seems like a fine record to me. It seems like something that is an improvement on Todd Bowles, might win them the division again that year, and they'd make the playoffs yet again, I believe, with a 10-7 record, because if they didn't, that'd be pretty embarrassing. But and it just shows more continuity and more positivity in that record. So 10-7 is what I have the Bucs record at, folks. We've reacted to the schedule, and that's pretty much it. That's it here for this Bucs 2024 schedule. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions about this down in the comment section below. I would love to hear. What do you think about my record prediction as well? Would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about that also. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. Again, my name is James Hill. I run the YouTube channel MrBucsNation, where we talk about all things Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Check out all things Bleacher Report. Check out all things Tampa Bay Buccaneers here on the Bleacher Report app, but not just Bucs, but NFL, NBA, MLB, and everything in between would be greatly appreciated. But guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. As always, folks, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.